Hey everybody, I am Christy with Christi E Creations and a mixed media artist. Today I want to make a birthday card that I'm hoping might just be a celebration card. We're going to find out. So of course I already have everything as usual cut out. And this card is from Papercraft Socials. And I am one of the ambassadors for it, so that's why I have access to it. And of course there will be kits for y'all. So I'm just folding these together. I did not grab my hole punch, so that's the only thing I will be missing. I am not with it again on my organizational skills, but that's okay. We will live. So I'm moving everything besides 4 panels and 2 cards and the 2, those to the side. Now in your sheets, there will also be a couple pages for you to pick from to glue these onto, because we are going to make these double-sided. So I have one right here, and I have my double-sided. Let's see if I can wiggle y'all up a little. I didn't realize how close y'all were. Okay, maybe that looks a little bit better, but not by much. Anyway, so I'm working on my silicone mat as usual. I sound stuffy this morning. Texas weather is driving me up the wall. We need the air conditioner, but we don't want the air conditioner at the same time at this point. So some of this may be done if I run out of tape runner with just my regular glue stick, because I did not bring all my supplies over from my workspace to where I'm actually working today. Which I could technically walk over and get, but I'm not going to. So there's that. So let's round this off. Okay, I did the edges like I always prefer with that. Now we're going to take the lovely glue stick and rub it across. You use whatever brands work for y'all. I'm using my preferred go-to brands, of course, which is the Tombow brand for the tape runner and the glue stick. And I'm using Barely Art glue, but I'm using the glue press for my Sweet Petunia right now. I don't know what I did while I slept, but it irritated my wrist. So I'm just making sure I take it easy with the wrist and give it some time. So anyway, I just spilled stuff. I'll pick it up in just a second. I'm actually going to pause right now. I'm going to cut these out and I'll be right back. Okay, now they're cut. So let's get back into this. Now, these have tabs, obviously, and we always leave the tabs on. We're going to fold the tabs so they're ready to go here in a minute. Also, this tells me if my glue is going to hold or if I need to double up on certain spots of the glue. I know that's weird to say it that way, but that is how I always double check. Now, I didn't fold all the way to it because there was this kind of a line there, and I'm hoping I'm doing that right. If not, you can always fold it all the way to it. I'm personally not. There we go. And for this, I am using my bone folder because these are thicker. But that, again, is my personal preference. So we have our cupcakes, even though there's a little gap there. It probably shouldn't have been, but you can add ribbon in between these. I plan to for this one. But I talked about where you can add the ribbon. Okay, first off, we need this one here. And I think they're all the same, but let me double check. Yes. It don't really matter which one you use on the inside or the outside because they both all work the same. So I'm just going to put my tape runner and a little bit of glue there. so we can keep moving. And this time I'm going to use some liquid glue. The reason why I switched to glue press, I think I was talking about that when I decided to pause the cut, because I am a very slow cutter, is it doesn't take as much out of me to use it right now as the bottle does. So that is the one reason I did it that way. Okay. Now that is done. I'm going to flip this over. I'm going to fold it to the middle and give me a score line. I'm not going to press too much because I'm going to need that in a minute, and you'll see why. Because this is where the card starts to finally come to life. So as you can see, it's going to be a card that pops this way. And we are literally putting, I think I made these where they're going to overlap a little, but that's okay. Then, so I'm going to line it up at the bottom on both these, so, and then glue it straight on down. Now I'm going to say one thing. If you want to add ribbon after you glue this, add the ribbon before you add the backing. I'm not adding ribbon to this one. I may to a future one. I want to see what birthday ribbons I can find before I make any decisions. Of course, the pink organza I keep in stock 24/7 would also look amazing here, but I am not going to go out that route right now. So there's half of it folded, as you can see. Now let's do this other half. I'm going to flip it upside down because I am left-handed, and it's just easier on me. Alright. I'm just going to do the exact same thing. I'm doing the best I can on my linings by lining up the whole tab. The tab starts at the bottom and goes all the way over up the top. And now we have our overlapping cupcakes a little. I have y'all in a little different position than I normally used to, so I'm going higher on y'all. So let me push y'all up. Sorry about that little wiggle. Alright, there we go. Now we have our two insides. I am literally just going to do some tape running. So some people will just automatically just glue, drop, and go. I will do a tape runner on the edge, start my line up, work it over. I do that because that's easier for me to make sure it lines up correctly. Than it is if I just drop and go. I stress myself out too much, so I've learned a nice little trick on making sure it doesn't happen by lining up that side first and then running my glue runner on the sides, and then I'll see if there's any spots I miss. I will drop some tape in later, and then in the middle, while I still have that page floating in the air, I drop some of the glue stick and then I let it drop. That is how I get my lineup. That does not have to be how you do your lineup. That is totally up to you. I'm actually going to turn this again weirdly. So first off, you want to make a decision. Do you want your pattern to be seamless like I'm going to be doing? Or do you want it to flip or so forth? That is all up to you. I'm going seamless. I'm not even going to pretend I'm not going to do any of the other options. They drive me up the wall. So let's get this butted up. There we go. I'm going to do the exact same thing where I run tape and then glue stick. And then we get to the fun part of decorating the card. And like I said, if you wanted the ribbon, this would be where the ribbon would be. I just did not want to do ribbon on this one. The next one will be. When I do a full blinged out one, I'll make sure I have ribbon in it so you can see it. But this is me just making a card today. As soon as I saw it, I knew I was going to have to make it sooner than later. So I am. Here's that one. I'm going to flip it over and press down and do this other side. So now we have our card ready to open. Yeah, my seaming didn't go great, but that's okay. Alright, we have 4 of these in 2 different styles. We have 1 envelope. And I dropped some stuff earlier, so I'm trying to pick everything back up. And then these 2 here that we're going to create. So let's start with those. I'm not sure how well my lighting is, so this is all pastel colorings, but it may be a different color when you get to it. I just realized I didn't turn on my lights. I only literally turned on 1 light today in the room. So for a double-sided tab, I'm going to glue this down. You just have a pocket tab, you don't glue the top, is what it is. And I'm just going to use my easy go line there. And I'm going to go ahead and just drop that down. My glue, 5 minutes max on setting up, so I'm just doing that prep before anything else. It's not something that has to be done. It is something I am choosing to do. Okay, there's number 2. Alright, let me put the lid back on. This also has a stand, I just don't use the stand. And we are going to make the birthday card real quick. So, fold the tabs in, of course. Envelope. And this goes in the card, not for the card. I should be very clear about that. There we go. And now we need to slide this like so. And now I'm going to fold the top half down. Now, you can do double-sided tape, whatever you want to do. This is normally liquid glue, and I will put a paper clip or something to hold it, but I am not taking my time today. And I'm going to go ahead and press that down. Now, you can put Velcro right there and leave it be. Or you have 100 fussy cuts here. Technically, they're 4 fussy cuts. And I was going to see what might work to make a little bigger Velcro spot and still look. Maybe something like that. Or the cake. And what you do is you'll just glue that part up here, put the Velcro down here to make a bigger pull. This here holds these 4 tags right here in it. And I think it will also fit a gift card. I'm not 100% sure. We'll find out. I'm leaning towards either that or that. I may or not have that done before we finish the lab. So, we have 2 birthday and then 2 checkered. We can go full birthday inside and checkered outside. Or we can do checkered inside and break it up and do birthday outside. Or as I said, this is just a very, you know, if you look at it, it's just more of a let's celebrate card. You know, I think I'm going to do full inside party mode. So the checkers are going to be on the outside. So what I need to do is side to side and then put it down. Just like that. And then you're just going to line it up on your edge. Like so. And you're going to do the other side as well. Perfect. Now I'm going to let that sit. I'm going to blip in. And we're going to, I normally use my glue runner as a weight when I'm working. And then my heavy scissors on the other side. So I can have the whole thing open in one go. It makes things easier to see what you need to do to work with. Now I have it towards the bottom where we can see where I'm working. Okay, one I have glued. I'm going to line it up. Make sure it's on this side of the seam so it doesn't get bent up when it folds. So if you see that's how that seam is there, I can move that a little bit and be fine. I needed to double check that. Now these I'm going to put on each side here. And again, just glue the 3 sides. I'm putting it on the edge so I know I'm away from that seam. I'm going to have to hold, I'm going to drop my bone folder to hold that seam. Normally I have my pins with me. I didn't grab those. My paper clips pin or binder clips. They're not really pins, are they? Alright, this one's going to be a little bit off screen because I'm not shifting the project. And there we go. I'm going to put my scissors on it right this second to hold it. I'm now done with my liquid glue. So the first thing I do is put the cap back on. So I'm thinking I'm going to do this, where I'll glue that up there, put the Velcro here, and then make a little bigger opening. And then I'm just going to set the, once this is all dry, I'll get some fun ribbons. I'm going to see what pastel colors I have and put the pockets in different spots. This I plan to stick right in here, just loose. Like that. So it's really up to you where you want to put everything. You can put your decorative pieces where you want them, or leave them be, or add them. Also, sometimes what I'll do with the fussy cuts is punch another hole and let it hang off the tag. And we have, like I said, we have the 4 fussy cuts to use, so you can decide where you want to put those as well. I hope y'all like this little tutorial and find this little, it's called a birthday card, but I'm saying a celebration card. So I hope you enjoy the celebration card. Please like, comment, subscribe below, and let me know everything y'all think. If y'all have ideas on decorating, I'd love to know that as well. I'll see everybody next time. Bye.